Tonight, with us is 5-time Emmy Award-winning host Nico Posiciano and Phillip Myers.
Nico, we're on!
What?
Dude, we're on.
What?
We're on.
Boy.
Hey there.
Hey guys.
I'm Phillip Myers, and today we'll be covering all the tech news since last Tuesday. And with me here is our main host.
Hi! I'm Nico, cookies in the oven, boxer in the ring, host with the most, Nico Posiciano! Yeah!
I love you, Phillip.
Thank you.
Love you too.
Okay, let's calm it down out there.
Okay. Big news today. Motorola was sold to Lenovo by Google. Google originally bought it for $12.5 and are selling it for $3 billion. They're not really losing money because they keep all the patents and all of Motorola's advanced research teams, which includes the modular smartphone Project Aura.
Wait,
and
so essentially what they did is they sold the name.
they sold the name and all the hardware stuff. But they did keep the advanced research and the patents. And the advanced research includes Project Aura, which you may have heard, like phone blocks, where you would build your own phone, like just like you would build your own desktop.
That's cool.
Lenovo hasn't really said much what they'll do, but hopefully it'll stay the same because they've done pretty good. Also, Google today bought DeepMind, a company that specializes in artificial intelligence.
Like Cortana.
Like Cortana.
Could be on your phone, 2015.
Yeah, and that could probably help with their Google Now product, which is 10 times better than iOS apps. They recently also acquired Nest, the company known for their smart thermometers.
You can buy that at Verizon, by the way.
At Verizon, no, okay. Their smart thermostats, their smart smoke detectors.
Sorry for cutting you off. Twice.
And that'll probably help with Google's Internet of Things, as they call it. And they will become Google's main hardware manufacturers.
Doesn't Google actually own a huge amount of the internet servers?
It does actually. Recently, when Google went down for a while, 40% of internet activity dropped. 40%!
Wow, guys, that's one company. Did you know that in the 1980s, 1995, I think it was, Yahoo had the chance to buy Google for like $13 million?
They should.
And now, no, they could have bought it for $1 million. And now, Yahoo's worth $13.5 million, and Google is worth a staggering, what was it, $20 billion?
I don't know.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's very
okay, they've got more money than the U.S. government.
Also, Google met with Samsung, and they acquired a 10-year patent sharing, which means they'll share the patents for 10 years.
But if I understand correctly, it was more of a hush-hush kind of patent.
More of a hush-hush meeting. But even more hush-hush was Google's sort of secret meeting with Samsung, and they told them to stop it when it comes to their magazine UX, which is their new innovative product, which will basically the next generation of TouchWiz. And Google says no more TouchWiz. We want more stock Android and more focus on Google Apps, which I think is pretty good.
Honestly, I think that if Google tells you to stop, you stop.
Yeah, that's pretty much agreed. Also, Samsung will be probably releasing the Galaxy S5 at MWC, the Mobile World Conference, which will be held in from February 24th to the 27th, and it'll be held in Barcelona. So maybe we'll see the doctor. Who knows?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Also, okay, now on to Windows, as they will be releasing their new version of Windows 8.1, which will do more subtle things, some bug fixes, some ease of use issues, but it'll also but it will hide their their tile interface, and it will automatically boot to your desktop.
Is it just me, or yeah? Thank you, because I'm done with the tile. I mean, who wants to start? It's like turning on your old Windows 7 and like with the. Honestly, in my opinion, that's the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah, I've actually tried it on touchscreens, and I do think it works on touchscreens, but if it's not a touchscreen portable device, it's not so great.
I mean, and I just like to send this out there if we've got any Microsoft administrators out there.
Cortana good, Windows 8 bad.
Windows 8 bad, because you know Apple. Okay? Stop trying to be Apple. We like it on Apple. Not.
We don't like it on Apple.
I like it on Apple.
Also, on MWC, they'll be launching some new phones, new tablets, all running Windows 8.1.
Agree. And you know what? Something I always thought is that people flock to Microsoft because you had a customizable machine. And the thing with Apple is, it's I mean, it's one piece. You're not able to say, take out your battery, choose your back, do whatever. You have no choice in what your phone is. That's one of the reasons that the C was so coveted.
Yeah.
But it's
actually, C didn't do so well. I was gonna cover that. They didn't do so well in scales.
Coveted by teen girls.
Teen girls.
I know a lot of people who loved the C because of the color, but then again, everyone's like, oh, it must be cheaply made because of the plastic bag. First of all, if you don't know how much the phone costs to make, do not say it's cheaply made. Second of all, just because the thing that it is fabricated from breaks easily does not mean it's cheap. Okay, Kevlar you can pull apart with your hands, but it stops a bullet.
Agreed.
So
yeah. Also, they will be probably releasing their highly anticipated Nokia Normandy or Nokia X phone, which Normandy, yeah, and it will be Android powered, which is big for Nokia because it's pretty much owned by Microsoft at this point, and Microsoft might not like that, but hopefully we see it because it'll be pretty good. It'll be lower end, but still.
Now here's the problem I see with Nokia. I mean, don't get me wrong, love the Lumia. I think it's great having that powerful of a camera on a phone, but they haven't had the greatest past. I mean, sure, you got your bomb-proof phone, but Nokia has always been in the back when you think of phone.
Yeah, but they're actually growing. Like, the 8.1 phones are really doing much better.
Then again, you do have the Taco phone. You remember that?
Taco phone.
He watched it from home. He was sick.
Yeah. Also, now moving on to Apple, iOS 7.0.5 will be released, and I think it's already launched in China.
Was that? Okay, we're getting word that our green screen was just hijacked.
What?
Well, of course we can't see it because it's a green screen, but that might be kind of bad. So don't look there.
We don't know what will be put there, so just don't.
We're getting demands.
Just agree to them. We need to move on.
Okay. Mickey Mouse? Mickey? Who? Okay, well I think that name's probably copyrighted by someone, but Mickey Mouse was the whatever. Happy birthday, Mickey.
Happy birthday, Mickey.
There you go. I don't know what that means.
Don't hijack our green screen again.
Ever. I guess they're just a fan of Disney characters.
Yeah. iOS 7.5 will include some quick bug fixes and their sort of big problem, which is motion sickness with people using the new phones. Motion sickness.
Okay, well I think that brings us to the end of our point.
Yeah, Nisa, yeah, and it'll open next month. Yeah.
That's actually really impressive.
That's good that they're in the U.S.
And if you'd like to know, next month is February. Same.
Yeah, it'll be in the description below. The doobly doo.
Doobly doo.
We're going to have a bigger screen, about 4.7 inches, which is about this size, and it's pretty good, I think. But they won't increase the actual device size much. They'll just make the bezel smaller. It'll come with an
diamond encrusted bezel.
Yeah, it'll come with an A8 processor, and it might have NFC.
What about a 6.4? Okay, never mind. You don't get it. Okay, keep going.
Also, Apple just released two new patents, which are kind of interesting. They have a patent for interchangeable lenses, which basically would
I saw this!
Yeah, which would be magnetic, and they would stick to your camera, like right here, or whatever.
Yeah, but now there already are some lens attachments on the market, but so these are going to be endorsed by Apple.
So specifically for Apple products, which is just not, obviously.
But here's the problem. You're paying for the name when you buy an Apple product, so there's no way this phone costs $300 to make. I'm sorry. Like maybe some lithium in it would be expensive, maybe a little bit of gold in the processor, but other than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they made a patent for a stylus, and stylus is kind of old tech, but they say they don't have an orientation sensor, which is interesting because that might be useful. Maybe you want to turn on your TV and you can just. Is that kind magic of boo?
Is that kind of like
Accio iPhone?
Is that kind of the thing where like I like it on the Samsung phones where you can actually hover the joystick, you can actually hover the thing over the screen and it will move it. I like that.
But it's also orientation, so you can maybe flip it and do something, but it's not really in the yet. All right, now.
Ooh, I do have something to mention. What? Actually, the Apple Apple Airport Extreme, their new one that just came out, actually has a beam-forming Wi-Fi, which is one of the newer things to come into Wi-Fi processors. It will allow you to lock on your Wi-Fi signal to it and it will beam Wi-Fi to your direction so that it's not a perfect sphere of a circle of Wi-Fi, but it is actually going to be a beam of Wi-Fi following your phone or device, which is amazing.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
It's going to be creating. It's going to give us a huge amount of power, and it'll probably actually boost your range a little bit.
Yeah. Of course, you have to pay $600, but you know.
Only 175.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, BlackBerry 10.2.1 was released, but no one really cares because it's BlackBerry. Moving on.
Hey.
Okay,
I hear BlackBerry accounted for 0.01 amount of sales. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good. Wait, so here's the question:
0% increase.
What did what did Apple do again? How much? Probably around.
They sold 51 iPhones, up from their 47.8 I think last year, which is actually not as much as most people expected. Their iPad sales
0.8 million, right?
47.8 million to 51 million, which is not as good as analysts expected actually. Their iPad sales went up too, but again, not as good as analysts expected.
Analysts can be wrong.
Yes, they can be wrong.
Kind of like us.
Very wrong. Yeah. Also, Russian blogger Eldar Muratazin.
You butchered that. You butchered it.
You Russian.
Let me see it.
It's that.
Would you? Okay, that's Edgar.
No, it's not.
Eldar. Okay. Okay. Eldar Mortashin. Vodka.
Said, and in his tweet, and Eldar Muratazin is actually a well-known blogger, if you don't know, because I didn't know either.
Wait, is that the guy who's like a crazy Russian hacker?
No, that's...
Shout out to that guy, he's awesome. I mean, safety is #1 priority.
Alright, he said that there will be no more Nexus devices starting 2015, and instead Google will go with the Google Play editions. Currently, Google Play editions include some great devices like the HTC One, the Galaxy S4, Sony Z Ultra, and the Moto G, which I have with me.
No more?
No more.
Nexus!
But don't be sad, because it's not confirmed. And another leak.
You know what else isn't confirmed? The existence of the universe.
Okay, fine. I get it. But what is also leaked is the colored Nexus 5s. So that's awesome. So the N5s will be coming in red and a few other colors.
Okay, next!
Gmail had a major glitch. Major glitch. They accidentally did a lot of emails from the 12th to the 21st. So that's
centuries.
12th to the 21st of January.
Okay, continue.
Okay. This is coming after Google services went down on Friday. So, Facebook launches a new app, Paper, which is
Farmville 2.
Like crops! Sort of in between Flipboard and Facebook, and it gives you some smart news as you go, and so it won't pop up Nico's Farmville history on me. It'll only tell me what's relevant and I actually care about. No one cares about Farmville. Microsoft, big news, will be naming a new CEO next week. Rumors are it could be Satya
Steve Jobs.
No. Steve Ballmer will be stepping down, even though he's worth $18 billion. I wish I was worth that much.
My mom says I'm worth everything.
Yeah. Rumors say it might be maybe you can pronounce that. Satya Nadella, the executive president of Microsoft Cloud.
Satya Nadella.
Okay. He Shu is the executive president of Microsoft Cloud and Enterprise Services. So stay tuned, and we'll figure out what that is. And she's currently in talks with the Microsoft board.
Hey, Satya, call me.
Also, Apple is working on a payment services similar to Google Wallet.
Ooh,
where
the one where you just...
Yeah, tap. And it's unclear whether they'll have NFC or not, but they're working with PayPal to do that.
Ooh, they have that in Japan already, so I feel left out.
Yeah. Also...
Send me a smiley face.
Also... Android, the AOSP, which is the Android open source project, which basically is for developers and is really awesome. But if you're not, Davlik.
My gas is filled in the racing game. I'll have to play that.
Davlik, it will be replaced with Art. Davlik is Android.
Dalek?
No, Davlik.
It's gonna be late.
Sorry, Dalvik. It's Dalvik. Will be replaced with Art, their new runtime, which will make things more faster. That's a word.
Ina. Ina.
So right now,
Ina.
I'll tell you later. Right now, when you make an app, it has to be translated into Google languages, then to Android languages, and then launch. But Art will fix that and make it a lot faster.
I think we should just finish with the IBM graphene chip.
Graphene, in case you don't know, is incredibly conductive and very efficient. And it could be up to 10,000.
Not graphite. It's over 9,000!
10,000 times faster than current processors. But it's sort of expensive and it's very hard. They actually have to use tape to split
There's
up
no
the
way
graphene.
that could work.
Alright, I think that's it for today. Join us next Tuesday. We'll cover more tech. Yeah. Signing out, Phillip Myers.
Tech Tuesdays! See you next Tuesday!
Stay classy.
Now we'll figure that out.
You don't put a font this time.
Okay, just say something random.